Hey guys, I'm Cole. This is my interview with Asher. Asher, take it away.
Yeah, I'm Asher Waimon. I'm 18. I go to New Trier High School.
All right, Asher, the big first question: why did you go to Ukraine?
So actually, I didn't know I was gonna go to Ukraine. It all started last summer when me and my mom went out to visit some family in Poland. And we went, and when we were there, we decided that we were gonna do some humanitarian aid work, just because it's so important, and we knew what the Ukrainian people were going through at the time. And so by chance, we ran into August Mission, a humanitarian aid company that's based out of Utah, that was doing work in the region, and we ended up getting involved. And it was so impactful that we canceled the rest of the trip just to go to Ukraine and help out in Revarushka, which is only 45 minutes over the border. And that was so impactful that we ended up going back later that same summer in August for 2 weeks in the middle of Khmelensky, which is in central Ukraine. So it
Wow,
was very, very impactful.
wow, yeah, this sounds very impactful. So you said you went with the August mission, right?
Yes.
What would you say is one thing that sets the August mission apart from all the other big organizations, like for example the Red Cross?
Sure. So yeah, the Red Cross and another big humanitarian aid company out there right now is the World Hunger Food Kitchen. While they do both do very, very good work and are very important right now, they do a thing called blanket aid. So they give aid all over the Ukraine country and in parts of Poland where there's refugees right now. But it's not for specific needs. It's just you get the same thing as the person next to you, and they just do it distributed evenly. What August Mission does is they take it on a need-to-need basis. They take it on a case-to-case basis, meaning that let's say a hospice in the middle of a random city in Ukraine needs 40 wheelchairs and canned goods. What August Mission will do that the Red Cross won't do is that they will go out, get the 40 wheelchairs they need, whether they be electric, whether they be walkers, whatever it is, and they'll get the 40 whatever supply of cans, and they will go deliver it to that specific hospice. So they take it on by a case by case basis, and that is just makes so much big of a difference because it's giving the people exactly what they need.
Wow. Yeah, that really sounds like step part. Getting it down to the exact number of orders. That is, yeah. All right. What was the most eye-opening thing you saw in Ukraine?
Yeah, I guess the most eye-opening thing I saw would be, I guess it would just be how proud the Ukrainian people are of their culture, and what they do to defend it. Even though recently in 1991 they got their freedom from the Soviet Union, they are so proud of their culture, of their people, and they do not want to give up obviously any territory. But it was so impactful to me, and so eye-opening, as you say, that it's just how much they're willing to do to defend their land, and it's inspirational.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, in my paper, I talked a lot about the Ukrainian pride. They will not give up, and that's something great about them. What was the scariest thing that happened over there?
The whole time I was over there, I was not near any fighting. I felt super safe. Um, Obviously, I witnessed a lot of raid sirens, but I was not near a lot of the fighting. I would say we made a day trip from Khmelensky to Vinnytsia, which is about a 3 hour car ride. And we went on the 18th of July, and on the 14th of July, a apartment building complex was bombed by the Russians, and we went there 3 days after, bringing medical supplies to the local hospitals in Vinnytsia, which were reacting to the victims. And we went to the bombing site, and just you hear about it on the news, you see it in articles and images and on social media, but it's just another beast when you're actually there in person. And it was not scary. It was more like, wow, this is real, and wow, we have to do something about it.
Yeah. What did the apartment complex look like after it had been bombed? If you had to describe it in a way.
Well, it was apartment complex next to a government building, and
Okay.
it was a bomb target because of a meeting that was happening in the building of the time. Um, and there was it wasn't completely destroyed the building, but it was bombed out. The windows were shattered. There was a lot of structure damage, so much that in the days we were there, because we were so close to after the incident, we were not able to participate in helping clear the rubble, just because the infrastructure was just not, it wasn't existing at the time.
Yeah. How how did it feel to know that you were helping in some way?
Well, it feels like a small difference when you're there, just bringing medical supplies, but it goes a long way. Supplies are low in Ukraine right now. That is why there's such a big humanitarian aid response right now. But it felt good that, again, what August Mission does is they do it need by need, and this hospital needed this medical supplies. I don't exactly remember what it was, but they needed this specific thing. So it felt good to see, obviously these people are going through a lot at the time, more than me and you could ever imagine. And it feels good just to take, just one burden off their shoulders.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you said you're going back there this summer before we had this interview. Uh, Walk me through what that's going to be like. More of the same type of thing.
Well, everything, that everything always changes on a whim in Ukraine.
Yeah.
And so it can look different from week to week, depending on just what's happening in the region. So I don't know exactly yet. I don't know what month I'll go, but it was such an impactful trip, and it felt so good to help that I definitely see myself going out there this summer, for a long period of time. I planned on 6 weeks, but again, everything's so up in the air.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell, but yeah.
All right, and then the last question we have for you: what is a good way the North Shore community can help and help this cause?
Well, a little does a lot. Anything will help. I would say the three things I can say is donate money. Money obviously gets supplies. You can donate to the Red Cross, World Hunger Food Kitchen. I would personally recommend donating to August Mission. At August Mission, it is a smaller nonprofit and a smaller humanitarian aid company, so you will see what your money does. Meaning that we post daily on our Instagram showing exactly what we buy with our money, whether it be a semi-truck to transport supplies, whether your money is buying this certain product or something else. And the company is really open about it and really good at communicating. So you'll know exactly what you're doing with your money. The second thing you can do is donate supplies. I know there's lots of medical supplies that are very easy to find in the U.S., like EpiPens, that are almost non-existent right now in Ukraine that people need. So just donate supplies. I know, like, a way that I've helped out when I'm here is I organized a coat drive at New Trier and gave all the coats to August Mission to distribute in Ukraine. So just small stuff like that goes a long way. And then the third thing really is just, I feel like when the war started, it was in the news cycle daily, and you're getting updates on social media, and it was dominating the news cycle. And obviously, as time went on, it got less and less and less. But every day, this is a huge problem, and it's only getting worse and worse. And that's why we just need to keep spreading awareness, and just stay on top of it, because this problem is not going away, and it's going to take all of us to solve this problem.
Yeah. Earl Asher, thank you for this interview.
Yeah, thank you, Cole.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.